Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we're returning to part 2 of a new series looking at an upcoming strategy game by Paradox Interactive titled Imperator, a grand strategy game which puts you in the shoes of a power during sort of the ancient period during Rome's rise, and allows you to attempt to paint the map to your side's color, dealing with things like royalty in your family, managing the families, trade, military matters, and the like. For a simplistic view, it's kind of like Europa Universalis 4, but with a few flavors of Crusader Kings and a little bit of Stellaris in it as well. This is the second part of a live stream which occurred the other day, and I'm just going to go ahead and turn it over. We just fought and won our first war, and we're coming off that victory and trying to set up some trade routes. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump in and pick it up where we left off. Trade routes, one of two. So we can open up another trade route. We can get fish, which will increase our population growth. We can get wine, which will increase happiness, lower maintenance costs, lower army maintenance costs. Olives will increase the slave happiness, local slave happiness, national slave happiness. And wood. Wood will increase tax revenue and give us a discount. I'll go with... I don't even know, like, how happy are my peoples? I don't know how happy my peoples are. Looks like Freemason pops at 80% output. Average happiness 59, 67, 100. Our slaves are all just happy-go-lucky slaves. Like, I'm enslaved, I don't mind, I don't really care. Apparently some of them are unhappy in Capua. But we don't have any trade routes in Capua. So we have 2 trade routes in Rome. Slave pops satisfied, freemen's. So the people are all happy. So we probably don't need to make them happier. So we can probably avoid the happiness ones. Either go with pop growth or with economy. I'm going to go with economy. Money is good. And we will do that trade from... Looks like the only option we have is Campania, which is actually currently a Latin local power of Rome. So we're kind of trading with ourselves. Which is good, I guess. The money stays inside Rome. So everybody's satisfied here except the slaves. Capuan slaves are not happy. But anyway. I guess we still have enough money left over after that trade route to do civic power. Or to do another invention. So let's do standardized measures. More money, money, money. And that will give us... We're at +7 money per turn. Nice. Or per month. And we're working our tyranny on the way down. You guys should be happy. We won a war. Let's return the fleet to Rome, though. Please don't get attacked by pirates on the way home. I don't know, Newhouser, you said something was terrible. I didn't know what you were saying that to. All right. Let's get back to doing important things, like conquering more countries. So we have, we mentioned early on when we were kind of doing the intro to the game that there are different city-states or different countries that are sort of federates of us. They're subjugated by, not subjugated, but they're subservient to us. And one of these is the tribe of Mercia, or Marsia. And what we're going to do is we want to integrate them, right? We want them to be part of our country. But we can't integrate them into Rome until they have an opinion of at least 190 or better. They currently only have an opinion of 70, which is good. They have a very positive opinion of us, but it's not as good as it could be. Our opinion of them is much more positive than their opinion on us. That's interesting. So what we're going to do is we're going to improve our opinion of them. We're going to improve their opinion of us, which I don't really know how that works in real life, but we have the option here to improve opinion. That costs us 50 oratory power. So basically we're going over there and be like, you guys are really great and swell. You should totally be friends with us. Like, we really like you. Do you like us? And apparently that makes them like us more. So we're going to do that, improve their opinion of us by 133 over time, so that over 13 years or whatever, 10 years, they will end up, it's basically one, their opinion goes up of us one per month. And apparently by doing that, their opinion of us drops by 20, because that's considered a bellicose stance. Ooh, or their overlord. Not sure why that counts as a bellicose action, but apparently it does. In any event, it's going to take a while for them to grow to like us enough for us to be able to take them over. And we can only do that. We can only do one thing at a time for them. So we're going to convince them slowly over time to join our country. Another country we're going to do that to is Pelaginia, which is also sort of over here. And if we take a look at the political mini-map, you can see these guys are right here. So Marissa sort of is on our eastern flank here between these mountains. And then the next country over to the east here is Pelaginia, who is also our surrogate, if you will. We also want to do Frentinia, because at the end of the day, if I can get these three countries to align with us, then we can unite both chunks of the Roman Republic so that we have a continuous border, but one at a time. So the other country we're going to do that to here is Pelaginia, and we're going to also send improve opinion of us. It's going to improve 133 over time. You can see there apparently doing that is a bellicose stance, and we have now spent our oratory skills. So we'll go ahead and unpause, and we now have diplomats en route to both of those countries to slowly start convincing them to join the Roman Republic. A tribal proposition. Our tribal neighbors in Sabina has started investing a lot of their treasury into opening up the border between our two nations. Hopefully this will prove beneficial for us as well, though their tribesmen are somewhat more unruly than we're used to. We should keep Sabina in mind, as they can provide good friends in the future as well. Surely only good things can come from this. So Sabina gets a 20% opinion of Rome. We get a little bit of money. Local unrest increases in Palentium. And local tax increases. We're defeated again by pirates. Where's the Navy now? You guys take a different route. Stop sailing into pirates. What's your problem, dude? No! Don't go that way! People want our freaking stuff. Fine. I'll give you some wine or whatever the hell thing you wanted. So we're getting negative 2.5 army maintenance costs. Actually, that's a good thing to be exporting. Good. You can see here our different trade routes that are open. An unwelcome gift. Uh-oh. Navius Flavius, a local servant of the state, yet a man of questionable aesthetic talent, has commissioned a statue in honor of Publius Septermonius Sophius. Citizens gather far and wide, and when the unveiling takes place, Navius Flavius simply stands, arms folded, with a smile plastered across his face, as the crowd collectively withdraws in abject terror. What? This is hideous! Okay, so apparently the statue is not very good. Demolish it at once. We lose a little bit of popularity, and he loses a lot of loyalty. So either we get a popularity penalty, or we piss this guy off. Off with his head, guys. I mean, this fucker just made an embarrassingly bad statue of us. It's the Roman year. So it's if we go up here, you can see it is 452 Rome ab urba conditia. If you prefer the Gregorian calendar, it gives you the date right there. It's 302 BCE at the moment. I mean, his loyalty's already kind of low. It's at 45. If a character's loyalty falls below 30, they start to plot for a civil war. So I'll just take the popularity hit. See, to me, I think that's why if the game had involved more of the sort of CK family traits, it would be a little more interesting. Because, like, if my character falls out of power, I keep playing as the new character. Now, that being said, you kind of have to do that with Rome. You know, it's a republic. It's not a monarchy. But if there was a way to tie it to like the family in power, I think that would add a lot of dynamism to the actual local politics, just because of the fact that like in this scenario, okay, my character loses popularity, but it really doesn't matter. Like how popular my leading candidate is doesn't matter, because if he gets voted out and somebody else gets voted in, who cares, right? Like I don't really care if Publius Sempronius Sophius is removed from power. I just don't. So, anyway, looks like there is a election going on. The leading candidate for the election is Quintus Fabius Rulnius of the military faction. Publius Cornelius Barbatos and Megellus both have 36% of the vote, and Valerius Corvus has 26% of the vote, also a member of the military. Or no, maybe that's just a popularity score there. Succession support, 32% of civic faction support him, 100% of the military faction. Yeah, so he's probably going to win. Maybe that's, I don't even know what that would be. That doesn't add up to 100, but whatever. And the other thing is the Council of Rome can't be reelected right away. He has to stay out of office for a while. I think he can be reelected after like 7 years or something like that. So he's going to be removed from office, and then it looks like Quintus Fabius Rulnius will be his successor, who apparently is a very good general. Okay. So, did our diplomat get here yet? Yes, our diplomat did arrive. So their opinion of us is going up. It's gone up 2 since our progress started. Actually gone up 11, plus 11. So their opinion's up to 63. Remember, we needed to get to 199 or something like that. We can accelerate that a little bit by spending some money on a bribe. So do that. Bribe them, and instantly their opinion goes up 25. And then we can't do another bribe right away, because you can only increase their opinion of you with a bribe by up to 25, and then there's sort of a cooldown timer on that. But nonetheless, you can see their opinion of us is up to 90. And then if we go over to these folks here, we can do the same thing. Their bribe is a little bit more expensive. So their opinion of us is now 100. And actually, we can start work on the Frentanians as well. So we can go ahead and improve opinion of us. We have enough oratory power now. And then once that guy gets there, we can send them a bribe as well. Sending just, $20 or whatever, 20 of our treasuries. And it's not that that's like a month worth of our income to make them like us a little bit more. Our Roman score is 636. Starting situation divider, 148. Total scoring pop happiness, 94. I don't know what any of that means, but okay. Does this give us the scoring? Right now, Rome is 6th. Trade influx. Our trade agreement with Polonia has yielded a splendid return on investment. Along with the flow of wealth between our two states, the movement of people is accelerating. Our city of Palantinium has been blessed with a wave of fresh migrants who believe that they stand a better chance of building their lives in Rome. Who are we to deny them? A citizen appears in Palantinium. They will find no fortune here. We can turn these people into slaves? Wow. Okay, go ahead. I don't care. I mean, that does get into the whole, like, one of the other things you can kind of do here is there's this macro builder here on the left side, which over time we can build things like marketplaces, which increases commerce income or tax income, training camps, which increase manpower, fortresses, which increase the fort level, granaries, which increase the population growth. But in addition to those buildings, we can recruit soldiers here, which, okay, that's fine. We can raise armies. But we can also promote pops. So we can turn a freeman into a citizen, or a slave into a freeman, or a tribesman into a freeman. We can promote them, and that costs oratory. We can also convert pops, convert them. Looks like with a religious person here holding a staff and being like, hallelujah. Which would change, convert a Hellenist a citizen to a Hellenic in terms of their culture. So, for example, here, Rome has people of non-Hellenic populations here. There's 4 of them. And we could turn those 4 citizens who are of Jewish civilization, we can convert them to Hellenistic civilization, so basically assimilate the Jews into our population. There's an option to assimilate the population, which converts Freemans to Romans or slaves to Romans. Similar sort of situation, so we can change these civilians into Roman pops, or we can change these Etruscans into Roman pops. I think that changes their culture, but not their religion, and I think the convert changes the religion, but not the culture. And then you can import trade goods as well. I guess. I don't quite understand. Huh. Okay, I don't quite understand the trade thing. Salios, thank you very much for the bit. Yes, giving bits works. Notification works. Is that what you mean, or do you mean the game? All right. Woohoo, Silent. Woohoo. All right, so we can do another invention now, by the way. So we can do Humane Conduct, which improves diplomatic reputation. The concept of battlefield honor has existed for millennia. Nonetheless, we should set down a code for dealing with our opponents that we ourselves might receive fair treatment in defeat. But wait. Threat successful. The Draven regional power of Askemia folded. War averted. They folded to the threat of war from the Aryan great power of Okay, this is all the way over in India. I don't know if I want to give them humane conduct because I might want to turn them into slaves, and I would assume that's not humane. Meanwhile, this would give us plus 20 opinion maximum, so basically a prelude to a later concept of permanent ambassadors. Proxonii were chosen by Greek city-states to act as representatives in neighboring cities. We can do hierarchical, omen power, army morale recovery, technology speed, national tribesman output increases, military tech investment increases, starting experience increases, professional soldiers. We're going to go with the learning on the job, starting experience of soldiers increases. Okay? That'll give our soldiers a better bet when we raise new troops in combat. Plus, I don't know, like, do our soldiers lose experience over time? Oh, shit. A good chunk of these soldiers are loyal personally to Marcus Valerius Carnivorus. Because he's been in command of this army for so long, you can see that these hands being raised means they're loyal to the general himself, not Rome. Well, you know what? Whatever. What are you going to do? Take over Rome? Your family's not upset with us. You're loyal, right? Right? You're moderately loyal. Thanks for the bit, Celius. Another child is born. How are we doing over here? They're up to 105. These folks are at 116. And are we working on these guys too? Yeah, we are. Okay. We can send these guys a bribe too. Make them speed up a little bit. It also is going to take a long time once we convince them to join our side for them to actually integrate with our population. So that's a thing. No point in doing another bribe yet. Another war averted. These are all settled tribes, by the way, so they're not... There's different types of civilizations, and settled tribes are kind of not quote-unquote civilized. But let's go ahead and fast forward a little bit, because I don't have a lot going on right now. I could build some stuff, I guess. It might not be a terrible idea. If we go to Rome here. Friends in high places. Gnaeus Julius Bubulucus, for reasons known only to himself, has begun voicing his opinion in support of Publius Septimus Sophus whenever the Senate assembles. Wait, wasn't that our previous leader? Or is he your current ruler? We haven't had the election yet? Such sycophantic actions may be tiresome, but a voice for is better than a voice against. Do we want to put up with it? It increases his loyalty. He becomes friends with him. If we... Not another yes man. We lose 20 loyalty. And we start seeing him as a rival. There's literally no reason not to accept it at this point. Unless this triggers some like future conversation with him where it becomes an actual problem. Okay, so in Rome we have one of two potential buildings. We currently have one granary in Rome. We could build a fortress which will improve the defenses of Rome. We could build a training camp or a marketplace. I think for Rome, because it is our capital and it is kind of close to the front lines here, we're going to go ahead and build a fortress. It's going to cost 100. It's going to cost 100 gold. Oh, no, it's going to cost 90 gold because we've got the 10% civic faction in charge. So yeah, let's do that. Let's spend some of our hard-earned cash up here on a fortress in Rome. We can go down here as well to the macro builder, and we can see that we can construct stuff. So, let's build a marketplace in Capua. So we're building a marketplace in Capua, and we're building a fortress in Rome. Thanks for the update, Silius. So apparently, personally loyal troops cannot be disbanded, and they also cannot be split off from the general. So yeah, most of this, or a good chunk of this army, what are we up to? 5,000 of these soldiers are personally loyal to him, and not to Rome. But again, I'm not too worried. He is only 36. What do we do if we reward veterans? Pay off soldiers loyal to Marcus Valerius Cornuvus. So we can use our oratory power, spend 68 gold, and then those cohorts can lose their loyalty to him. So we could buy his soldiers off as well. He also doesn't have a spouse. He does have a child, though, so... Interesting. I don't know if his spouse died. Publius Septimus Sophus has been on a steady and meteoric rise to importance within the state of Rome. By now he is practically a household name. Well, that's good. He is the consul, so you would hope that your leader would be a household name. He is currently level 100 prominence, level 60 popularity. I guess the question is, he's a jealous personality, he is victorious, he is wise, and he is prominent. And he will soon be voted out of office. Hopefully he does not try and take the legions with him, although fortunately the legions are not loyal to him. They are loyal to the son of the person who is likely to be voted into office. The next election is October 1st of 455, so there's one more year that Publius is in charge of Rome. Alright, so let's accelerate things a bit. Okay. I just feel like there's a lot of kind of downtime in this game sometimes. It's not quite as fast acting as Stellaris, which maybe that's a good thing. I mean, I am playing relatively peaceful. I'm sure I could go to another war, but I'm trying to integrate these people first. Sabina wants to be our ally. I don't. Sorry, dude. I don't want to be your ally. But we can still be friends, right? Their opinion of Rome is negative 49? They have a causa belli against us? Why? Because we declined their alliance? What? We're border friends. Why would you hate us? Just because I don't want to be in an alliance with you doesn't mean anything, dude. A gift from the Hellenistic state of Metapon. Okay. You want to give me money, that's fine. I'm totally fine if you want to just give me buckets of cash. Interesting that some of the states I'm going to be occupying are spending money on fortresses. In spite of his rights granted to plebeians since the last session in 411, tensions between the patrician and plebeian classes of Rome has been growing lately, partly influenced by the works of Navius Flavius, among others. None of our concessions have dampened the plebeians' determination to secure political and legal equality. However, a new political class made up of both patricians and plebeians has been growing and incorporating the middle-income families of the Republic. We must decide whether to promote the expansion of this new nobilis as a middle ground or give in to the populist demands for reform. Shit. What? The people want more rights? What? Perhaps encouraging this middle class could be the solution. Rome gains civic faction promoted until August 4 of 460. Civic faction increases by 0.5. And Rome gains the patrico-plebeian aristocracy until August of 470. National manpower increases by 15%. Freeman happiness declines, and freeman promotion cost declines as well. Only real reform will truly resolve the issue. We can gain populist reforms until 470. National freeman happiness goes up. Populist faction increases by less. Wait, so this is populist. This would be civic, right? Yeah. Rome institutes a lex hortensia. National unrest goes down. National freeman happiness goes up. Plebeians will be upset if the integration law is changed before the conflict is resolved. Do we want to do that? Only real reform will truly resolve the issue. You guys had it your way. An election soon. The military guy is gonna end up coming out to the military guy is gonna come into a country that is giving more power to the people. Populist reforms until at least until then. All right, military man, you're the new ruler. Our new ruler is Quintus Fabius Rulinus. He is 57 years old. He is a member of the military class. He is victorious. He is prominent. He is stubborn, which decreases popularity. He is depressed, so his finesse, charisma, and health are on the decline. And he is an orator, so he is a good speaker. He does have a child, but apparently does not have a spouse. This seems to be a trend for Romans. He has no friends, but no rivals. He has no father and mother. This could just be because he was one of the stock characters at the start. His ambition is to get married, apparently. How do I make him get married? Is there a way? Appoint him as a dictator? No. Blockaded ports. The following ports are blockaded. By who? Pirates? God damn it. Let's go with population growth. Start having babies, folks. I need to build some ships. By the way, where'd my ships go? The 2 ships I have. All right, go sail to Rome. We're going to build some ships in Rome. We gonna build some triremes. Oh god, they're expensive. Triremes are expensive. Or they feel expensive. Maybe not. Alright, we're gonna build 4. We've got 2. We're gonna build 8 triremes. I don't even know what that's gonna do to my budget. I'm sure it's gonna blow through it. Marcus Valerius Corvus has died from overwork at the age of 76. I don't even know who. He's dead. Is that his father? He did. Your dad died from overwork, dude. You don't look so healthy yourself. You kind of got that skinny complexion there. How do I marry this other guy? Like, is there a way? Oh, we have no censor and no praetor. Let's slow down a bit. Where do I go to find out which families are happy? How do I figure that out? Alright, so we've got multiple positions open. So they're just mad that no one's paid by Rome? Is that why this frickin' family's upset? So Publius, so he used to be the ruler, and now he's in a scorned family because he used to be the ruler? But this family is so... Look at their prestige. It's nutso. These guys are going to become dictators if I don't rein them in. He's not very good as it. His skills aren't that great. Why are you so popular? What are you good at? Good at wreath laying. You are bad at everything else. And you are really good at this. God damn it. Well, So you... He's actually pretty religious. He could be the new augur. He's pretty bad at everything. The Sculpii family. You're really bad at everything. Wait. Ah! Aha! Publius is back in charge. I'm sure I just pissed off that other family now. Let's go back to characters. And let's take a look at well, we're already looking at families. So, you guys... Nobody's paid by Rome. You're so annoying. Why should I pay anybody by Rome? Or pay you? What does it mean to be paid by Rome? Do I bribe you? Is that what it is? Make friends with a member of the family? Like, I don't know. Alright, so we're gonna ignore that family for now. The Sculpii, you're not really good at much. Why are you not good at anything? I guess, I mean, you're zealous, but that doesn't do me any good. Have a salary, civil or military job? I don't know where the option is to give someone a salary. Holy God, your family's too big. Let's find a family I can easily appease. You are good at that stuff. I need an orator. What I really need is a frickin' orator. Nobody's good public speakers? You're not bad. Words arrived that this year's harvest was especially good in the city of Norba. While the merchants may be holding their heads in their hands, the people rejoice at the plummeting price of bread. People should rejoice. Perhaps we'll limit the drop in price. We'll gain 10 support for the mercantile faction and get some money. No, I want more stability in Rome. So, yes, let's go with that. You know... Didn't I just find someone who's a decent orator? All right, everybody, that's going to do it here for this episode. It's part 2 of our look at Imperator. In this video, we mainly looked at some diplomatic actions and attempted to start winning over some of our neighboring states with a war of words. We also began to see the equivalent of a young, budding Caesar trying to win some of his soldiers over at his own standard, including even raising some of the soldiers himself, and then also went through some of the diplomatic events of trying to replace a censor, a praetor, etc., as you kind of see us playing through here this at the moment. But that's going to do it for this episode. We'll pick this up where we left off last time. I did have a couple of edits where I kind of had long pauses and things like that and tried to remove those, so you did see a few flash sort of transitions there. That wasn't really because I was hiding any of the actual gameplay. It was just some dead air in a few spots because this was taken from a live stream where I asked the audience their opinion. And, you know, you still hear me talk occasionally to the audience from time to time, but really my focus there was just making sure, let's make sure that, you know, I don't have long pauses. I'm waiting for what people are going to say and kind of remove that from the scene. With that being said, here you can see we're building a navy to eventually counter the pirates. We've replaced several figures in our government who have passed away, and we've also gotten a new leader, a more martial military leader who is now at the head of the Roman Republic. That's the situation that we find ourselves in the year 457 of the Roman calendar, and that's where we're going to leave off here today. So I hope you guys are enjoying this series. Let me know your thoughts below. Let me know if this is a game that looks interesting to you. But we'll address all of that next time. Until next time, this is the Historical Gamer saying thank you for watching, and I'm out.